8 subtle but powerful signs your cat secretly loves you. Have you ever wondered if your cat has been trying to say, "I love you," without using a single meow? Every day, millions of cat owners search questions like, "How do I know my cat really loves me?" Or, "Why does my cat follow me but never cuddle?" hoping to finally decode what their feline friend is really trying to say. But the truth is, most of a cat's love language is completely silent, built on tiny, overlooked behaviors that happen in moments we barely notice. In this video, you'll discover 8 subtle but powerful signs that prove your cat not only trusts you, they may secretly love you more than you realize. Stick around, because once you learn how to spot these hidden gestures, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. And it might just change the way you love them back. Point 1. Why sleeping on your clothes is one of the signs your cat loves you. Have you ever noticed your cat choosing to nap on your clothes instead of their own bed? That's not a coincidence. It's one of the clearest signs that your scent brings them comfort, and it reveals just how deep the emotional bond can be between a cat and their human. Your smell, though barely noticeable to you, is an anchor of emotional safety for your cat. You don't need to dress your cat in your clothes, although the image might be charming. But what truly matters is offering them something that carries your scent. An old t-shirt, a hoodie you've worn, or even a used sock can instantly become their favorite comfort object. This isn't just a sentimental idea, it's grounded in biology. Cats have a highly developed sense of smell, far more powerful than ours. To them, your scent isn't just familiar. It's a marker of territory, protection, and trust. When you leave something worn in their space, it becomes a silent signal. You're safe. I'm with you, even when I'm not physically here. Strategically placing a worn item in your cat's bed, resting spot, or inside their carrier can help reduce stress and soothe separation anxiety when you're out of the house. This is especially helpful for indoor cats who rely on your presence as part of their daily environment. From a behavioral perspective, cats use scent to define their world. By integrating your scent into their surroundings, they begin to associate you more deeply with their territory. You're not just a visitor in their space, you become part of it. And here's a question worth asking. Have you ever seen your cat burrow into your laundry basket or drag a piece of clothing into their bed? If so, that's their way of telling you just how much they value your presence. So the next time you're about to toss out an old shirt, consider this. To your cat, it's more than just fabric. It's a connection, a comfort, a reminder that you're never too far away. The power of the cheek rub, unlocking your cat's hidden language of love. If you think you've figured out the perfect way to pet your cat, here's something that might surprise you. Have you ever wondered where that one magical spot is? The one that instantly turns your independent feline into a soft, purring ball of bliss? The answer is simpler than you think. It's in their cheeks. Cats absolutely adore gentle cheek rubs. Not just because it feels good, but because it taps into something far more instinctive, something deeply wired into their behavior. When you softly massage the area just behind their whiskers, avoiding the whiskers themselves, you're not just offering comfort, you're participating in a ritual of trust. Cats have scent glands located in their cheeks, and when those glands are stimulated through touch, they release pheromones. These are chemical signals your cat uses to communicate safety, familiarity, and emotional bonding. So when your cat leans into your hand, eyes slowly closing, and purrs erupt like a motor, it's not just appreciation. It's a declaration. You belong to me, and I feel safe with you. This behavior is a fundamental part of feline communication. It's how cats mark territory, build social bonds, and reassure themselves that their environment and the people in it are part of their secure inner circle. In fact, cheek rubbing is one of the strongest non-verbal signs of affection you can receive from a cat. It means they trust you enough to share their scent, claim you as part of their space, and physically relax in your presence. And here's something worth thinking about. How often do we pet our cats out of habit, without truly tuning in to what they enjoy? Are you stroking their back when what they really want is cheek-to-cheek connection? It's worth asking, and it might change the way you interact with your cat entirely. If this is new information to you, or if you've seen this behavior but didn't realize how meaningful it was, take a second to subscribe to the channel. We explore insights like this in every video, the little things that make a big difference in your relationship with your cat. And if you're enjoying this content, a like goes a long way in helping other cat lovers find these tips too. So the next time your cat approaches you, don't just reach out automatically. Pause. Offer your hand gently near their face. Let them decide. And if they lean into your fingers for a cheek rub, you've just been given one of the highest compliments in the cat world: their trust. How the slow blink reveals one of the deepest signs your cat loves you. In the world of cats, not all communication is vocal. Some of the most powerful messages they send are completely silent, soft, slow, and filled with meaning. One of the most beautiful examples of this is something known as the slow blink, often referred to as the cat kiss. If you've ever noticed your cat gazing at you gently, then slowly closing and reopening their eyes, you've just been told something incredibly special. In feline language, a slow blink is the ultimate sign of trust and affection. It's your cat's way of saying, "I feel safe with you, I love you, you are not a threat." It may seem like a small gesture, but it carries enormous emotional weight. In fact, animal behaviorists often describe it as one of the most intimate, non-verbal exchanges you can have with a cat. It's subtle, it's delicate, and it's deeply sincere. This behavior isn't just instinctual, it's also learned. Cats that feel secure and bonded with their humans are far more likely to initiate these blinks, particularly during quiet, peaceful moments. And here's where the magic happens: when you return the gesture. Try this. Make soft eye contact with your cat, then very slowly close your eyes, pause briefly, and reopen them. Don't stare, just relax your gaze and breathe. If your cat responds with a blink of their own, congratulations, you've just had a silent conversation in their native emotional language. This kind of non-verbal communication with cats does more than warm your heart. It helps reinforce your relationship, builds emotional security, and shows your cat that you're paying attention to their cues and respecting them. It's an especially powerful tool if your cat is shy, recently adopted, or still learning to trust you. Because in their world, direct eye contact from predators is a threat. But a slow blink? That's an invitation, a gesture of peace. Understanding and using this behavior might seem small, but it's one of the most profound ways to connect with your cat on an emotional level. It's not just about affection, it's about language, trust, and quiet mutual respect. Point 4. Meow means more. What your cat's voice is really telling you. Have you ever woken up to a chorus of tiny meows, or come home to find your cat practically singing at the door? Maybe they follow you from room to room, voicing their thoughts like a furry little narrator. While it might seem like they're just demanding food or attention, there's often something much deeper happening. Meowing isn't just noise, it's your cat's personal language, and you're the only one they use it for. Unlike dogs, cats don't meow to communicate with each other in adulthood. They reserve that vocal behavior almost exclusively for humans, which means that every sound they make around you is intentional, specific, and deeply personal. Sure, sometimes it's about an empty food bowl or a closed door, but more often than not, your cat is trying to engage in a social interaction. They want to connect. They're reaching out in the only way they know how, with their voice. Here's something you can try. The next time your cat meows at you, don't just ignore it or assume it's about food. Pause. Look at them. Mimic their meow, or respond softly with your own words. You may be surprised at what happens next. This back and forth, even if it's a bit one-sided, builds familiarity, trust, and an emotional rhythm that your cat learns to rely on. It's more than communication. It's connection. From a behavioral standpoint, this kind of interactive vocalization with your cat is one of the most underrated bonding tools you have. It's their way of saying, "I see you. I'm here with you. I want to share this space with you." And let's be honest, isn't it a little magical to have a conversation with a creature that doesn't speak your language, but still finds a way to reach you? So the next time your cat speaks to you, don't tune it out. Lean in, answer back. Because sometimes the meow isn't just a request, it's a whisper of affection. Point 5. Why headbutting is one of the clearest signs your cat loves you. You're sitting quietly, maybe reading or scrolling your phone, and suddenly, bump. A soft, unexpected nudge from your cat's head, pressing gently into your leg, your arm, or even your forehead. It's not just cute, it's not random. That little headbutt is actually one of the most meaningful gestures your cat can offer. This behavior, known as bunting, is a subtle yet powerful expression of trust. It's your cat's unique way of reaching out, a quiet physical hello that goes far beyond simple affection. More than a playful nudge, this gesture signals emotional closeness. It often happens when your cat feels especially connected to you, especially after you've been away. Maybe you smell a bit different, or your energy has shifted. The head bump becomes a quiet reassurance, a way to re-establish harmony. And here's something small but meaningful you can do in return. Lower your head to their level. Let them touch your forehead, your cheek, or simply be near you without interference. These moments, when you respond with calm presence, are how bonds deepen. You're not just there, you're in sync. Cats, as independent as they are, also crave these brief, genuine connections. But their love is on their terms. A bump might be an invitation, not a demand. It doesn't always mean they want more. Sometimes that single gesture is everything. It's important to read the moment. If their body is relaxed, tail gently raised and ears neutral, it's a green light for closeness. But if they pull away after the bump, honor that. They've made their statement, and in their quiet language, less often means more. These little gestures mean more than we realize. Because when you understand this simple ritual, you're not just decoding behavior, you're entering a private conversation. And in your cat's world, that's as close as it gets to saying, "I love you." Quick question before we move on. Has your cat ever given you a gentle headbutt, curled up in your laundry, or done something that made you stop and think, "Wow, maybe they really do love me"? Share your favorite moment in the comments. I'd love to hear how your cat shows affection in their own unique way. Your story might even help another cat parent feel a little more seen and a little more loved. Reading cat body language, why consent builds deeper trust. Petting a cat might seem simple. Hand out, stroke the fur, enjoy the purr. But any seasoned cat owner knows it's not always that easy. What looks like an affectionate cuddle session can flip into a flash of teeth or claws if you miss one important rule. Consent matters. Cats are incredibly intuitive animals, but they expect the same level of awareness from us. They're not being temperamental. They're communicating boundaries. And once you learn to recognize those signals, your relationship changes completely. It starts with body language. One of the clearest indicators of mood, the tail. A relaxed tail, gently draped or slowly swaying, is a sign your cat is comfortable and at ease. A tail that starts flicking rapidly is a warning. And if that tail begins whipping back and forth like a metronome, it's time to stop. Now. That's not a cat being playful. That's a cat saying, "I've had enough." Before you pet your cat, especially if they've just approached you or seem unsure, try this. Slowly extend your hand, palm down, and hover just above their head. Don't rush. Give them a moment. If they lean in or nudge your fingers, that's your green light. If they hesitate, pull back, or turn away, respect the message. This may seem subtle, but to your cat, it's everything. You're showing them that you're willing to listen, not just act. That respect builds trust. And with cats, trust is the foundation of love. Learning to understand feline consent also helps prevent miscommunication and stress, especially with cats that are shy, recently adopted, or older. And here's something fascinating. The more consistently you honor their space, the more often they'll invite you in. You might even find that these moments of shared understanding begin to feel like a conversation, one where words aren't needed. Just eye contact, tail movements, and small gestures that say, "I see you, I hear you." At the end of the day, petting isn't about claiming affection. It's about offering it, gently, respectfully, and only when invited. When you let your cat take the lead, the connection becomes deeper, more mutual, and far more meaningful. Point 7. Treats. Teaching your cat affection through positive reinforcement. Have you ever caught yourself wondering how to get your cat to be just a little more affectionate? Maybe you've seen other cats snuggling with their humans on command and thought, why not mine? Here's something many cat owners overlook. Affection, just like behavior, can be encouraged. And one of the most effective ways to do it is through positive reinforcement. In other words, yes, treats work. Now, let's clear something up. This isn't about bribing your cat or trying to buy their love. What you're really doing is communicating in a language they understand, one based on reward, consistency, and trust. Cats don't automatically know which behaviors please us. They don't instinctively realize that curling up next to us, giving a gentle head bump, or purring in our lap are gestures we cherish. But when those moments happen, and you respond with a small, well-timed treat, your cat begins to form powerful associations. Every time I lay next to her, something good happens. Every time I rub against his leg, I get a little reward. Over time, these moments evolve. The treat becomes secondary. The affection becomes genuine. And what started as a simple behavioral cue blossoms into a natural bond. That's the beauty of training cats with love, not discipline. Treats are also an excellent tool for reinforcing other forms of desired interaction, like coming when called, tolerating grooming, or entering their carrier without stress. But when used specifically to support affectionate behavior, they help your cat feel safe, validated, and encouraged. The key is timing. Don't wait 5 minutes after the cuddle to reach for the snack. Reward immediately. That way, your cat can clearly connect the behavior with the outcome. This principle, used by animal behaviorists and trainers alike, works just as well in the home, even if you're not teaching tricks. And here's a question that often sparks debate. Is it wrong to train a cat to be loving? Shouldn't it come naturally? The truth is, all relationships, human or animal, are built on mutual understanding. Reinforcing positive behavior is just another way of saying, I appreciate this, do it again. So don't feel guilty about reaching for that treat. You're not manipulating your cat, you're communicating. You're saying, I see you, I value this moment. And in time, those moments begin to multiply, with or without the snack. Because at the end of the day, a little treat can go a long way, and the real reward is love. Point 8. How cats prefer to be loved. Understanding feline affection on their terms. Building a strong, loving bond with your cat is one of the most rewarding parts of being a pet parent. But here's something many cat lovers forget. True connection isn't just about what we give. It's about how well we listen. What feels affectionate to us doesn't always translate the same way to our cats. You might want to shower your cat with kisses, scoop them up for long hugs, or pet them constantly while they're resting. But to your cat, those well-meaning gestures might feel overwhelming or even invasive. And when we confuse human affection with feline comfort, we risk sending the wrong message. The key is observation, quiet, patient, respectful observation. Every cat has their own love language. Some absolutely adore having the base of their ears scratched. Others go limp with joy at a gentle chin rub. Some prefer to initiate contact, while others enjoy curling beside you without ever needing to be touched. Start watching for signs. Does your cat lean in when you stroke a certain spot? Do they start to purr, knead, or slow blink during specific types of contact? These are the clues. These are the ways they're saying, yes, this is how I feel loved. Understanding this isn't just good for your relationship. It's essential. Because the more you respond to their preferences, the more they learn that being close to you means comfort, not stress. And here's something powerful to consider. Building trust by honoring their boundaries often leads to even more affection over time. When a cat knows they won't be pushed, they're far more likely to approach, engage, and express love on their own terms, which is when the connection becomes truly mutual. So instead of assuming what your cat wants, take the time to discover it. Let their behavior guide your affection. It's slower, yes, but far deeper. Because in the end, making your cat feel understood is the purest form of love you can offer. FAQ, your feline questions answered. Ever wondered what your cat is really trying to tell you? These are the most common questions cat parents ask, and the hidden meanings behind your cat's quirks might surprise you. Why does my cat sleep on my clothes instead of their bed? Because your scent is comforting. Clothes hold your smell, and cats feel safer and more connected when they curl up on something that reminds them of you. It's an emotional bond, not just a cozy spot. What does it mean when my cat slowly blinks at me? A slow blink is like a feline, I love you. It's a sign of deep trust and calm. If you return the gesture with your own slow blink, you're speaking their language and saying, I feel safe with you too. Why does my cat headbutt me out of nowhere? It's called bunting, and it means they're marking you with their scent, claiming you as part of their safe zone. It's one of the most intimate signs of affection a cat can show. Should I talk back when my cat meows at me? Yes. Responding to your cat's meow helps strengthen your bond. Cats often meow to communicate with humans, and talking back in a calm voice can reassure them, show affection, or even start a playful conversation. Just be sure to match their tone. Some meows mean hunger, others simply mean, I missed you. How can I make my cat more affectionate? Affection comes with trust and consistency. Offer gentle interaction, respect their boundaries, and engage in play. Over time, your cat will feel safe enough to open up emotionally, on their own terms. Have more questions about your cat's behavior? Drop them in the comments. Your curiosity helps this community grow, one meow at a time. If this video helped you connect with your cat on a deeper, more emotional level, don't keep it to yourself. Tap the like button to show YouTube it was helpful. Hit subscribe for more surprising feline insights, and share it with a fellow cat lover who deserves to know what their cat is really trying to say. Because the more we learn their language, the closer we get to being truly loved back.